Hello, hello, hi, hi, folks. Welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com, and I welcome you to this live. Sorry, it's a little later than usual, but I had the afternoon. I spent it with the folksy folks, and our time together got a little extended. So here we are. So welcome, welcome. As you're joining me live, let me know you are here, so I know you are here. And I got a great, I think I got a great one for you today. Hey Jenny, how are you? Welcome, welcome. So I got a great one for you today. I posted a post earlier of a piano piece, right? That just kind of just blown my mind. And so it's got me thinking in a certain way, right? You know, I love sculptures, and I like art, right? I do love art, and I love music, right? Now, I'm not an artist, right? Like I wouldn't be able to draw anything. The only thing I have ever been good at drawing has been drawing conclusions, you know? So I can't draw, and like I literally cannot draw anything. But I appreciate art, but I like art, right? Um, I uh, I love sculptures, right? I love sculptures, but like how am I gonna put a sculpture together, right? Like I wouldn't even know like where to begin. Like I'd have to go to Google or YouTube. I'd be like, I'm lost. I like to, so I wouldn't know what to do or not to do. Now I love music, right? I love instruments. Not all instruments, but I do like instruments. But I don't understand notes. Like I wouldn't understand what some trying to think like C minor or this or that. I have no idea what those mean. Now I may play a little bit of a hand drum, but I don't know any notes. Like I literally could not like it's Swahili to me, right? I wouldn't understand that. But that doesn't mean I don't go to a concert, right? Like I go to a concert, right? If the artist is somebody I like their art, I go to it, right? Doesn't mean that I I know how to draw. Excuse me. Excuse me. So it doesn't mean that like I know how to draw, right? Or I know how to play an instrument. It's not like I'm gonna hop on the stage and say, oh no, you step aside. I got the drums, man. I'll take care of it. It's like, dude, like who are you? Right? But then I go to that concert, right? You may go to that concert. Or let's say I am a UFC fan. Okay, let's say I'm a huge UFC fan because this kind of hits home, right? I'm a huge UFC fan, but if you tell me, okay, we're gonna pay you 10 grand to get into a cage and get into a real fight, I'll be like, dude, hell no, are you out of your mind? No, no, I'm a fan, but like from here, like I'm not gonna get in the cage. Like, are you out of your mind? These guys are killers out there, So I wouldn't do that, right? But I still would go to the event. I appreciate the sport very much. I probably know more than just a regular Joe about the sport, right? But that doesn't mean I'm an expert. Like I have no clue about all the other stuff, right? Now, why I share that? Yeah, that's fun. You would love to see that. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people would pay to see that. It'll be a very short fight. It'll be like I'll walk in and I'll be like, I'm done. I'll just lay on the ground, tap tap. You don't even have to come close. I'll be done. You can, so you may go to these events, right? It's not like you would know, like you're an artist. Like some of you maybe, but it's not like most of you are artists that you would go to a museum, right? Like doesn't make any sense, right? But then there are people who have done things and have left us. And even though we're not into their whole thing, but people travel countries and continents to go check these out. The Sixtine Chapel, the Colosseum, Statue of David, the Eiffel Tower. You go see these things. Why? Why do you go see them? Are you an art expert? Yeah, maybe. What percentage of us are like art experts, right? But you would go and you would post all kinds of pictures and videos of you in this historical place, right? Again, you're not an engineer when you're at the Colosseum. It's not like, no, that's not what you're doing. Why is that? So I titled this, excuse me, sorry guys. So I titled this, what is the one thing that is so silent, so quiet, but then is so loud that it's like it's impossible for others not to hear it, right? Which I can get back to my post from earlier. So this post, I had to search and find out what this whole thing was. It just blown me away, honestly. If you haven't seen it, you should go see it. It's about 3 minutes. I challenge you to watch it and not be moved, like at the end of it, and be like, oh yeah, that was just whatever, right? I challenge you, totally challenge you, you know? And here's the reason why. The piece, by the way, the piece is from a Berlin Gala concert. The artist, the pianist, is Lang Chopin. This is a piece from Waltz Number 1. And I believe the name of the piece, and I'm going to ruin the name. I know it already. It's Grande... I don't know if you say valse or valse, brillante. Brillante. Oh my goodness, I ruined it. I'll put it in the comments. Grande valse brillante. I think it means the great brilliant valse. I think that's what it means. I should have probably Googled that. But so Berlin Gala concert, Lang Chopin, Waltz Number 1. If you haven't seen it, I posted it, right? So why do I now? Obviously, I literally had no idea what a gala concert is in Berlin. Like, I didn't even know, right? I didn't even know who Lang Chopin was. I still don't know who he is. I know he's amazing at what he does. And the other stuff, obviously, I have no clue because I couldn't even read it right? So, but yet, that piece took me away. And if you watch it, it's done in front of a whole lot of people. And you see some amazing characters that you all know who they are. You see them and they're like in tears. And their just jaw is just dropped. And most of them are not musicians. They're actors and actresses. So how is that? I had to ask that question for me, that I'm not even in piano that much. Like, I appreciate it. I appreciate a pianist, but it's not like I would sit there and I'd be like, oh my God, let me listen 3 hours to piano. That would not be me. Okay, that would not be me, right? But it's like when he sat there and he played the piano, didn't sing a word, so there was no words, right? And he just played, and it was amazing. And this is the one key ingredient here. It's amazing when someone's passion can stop everyone in their tracks. Everyone. That's why you're willing to travel a continent and go see the 16 chapels. That's why you would travel, you would pay, you would take time off from everything else. You would pay, you would arrange, go to a complete strange place just to see somebody else's art. And you're not even an expert. Why? Why would you do that? Because the most silent and loud factor here is passion. This piece was, oh, Jenny, thank you for the stars. I appreciate you. This piece was so amazing, and I have no idea anything about piano. Like, I wouldn't know the first thing. Like, I literally have no clue. Okay, so this piece, when he was playing the piano, this piece, he literally took you from one emotion to another, and then from another to another. You literally could see it on your own face, and you weren't even there. I wasn't even there. That's so much passion in what you're doing that it would stop me on my tracks. And me, that I'm not even into piano, not only I post it, I spend a whole live talking about it. Somebody else's passion. Isn't that amazing? I think that's amazing. And I think that's when you really, like when your purpose meets your passion kind of thing. It's just like a real good combination. And that's when you can be like completely lost about piano and be sitting watching this clip like literally 7 times. Every chance I get, I'm watching that clip today. It's like, wow. I was like, how does he do that? Like, that's amazing, right? And then you come across other people that are so lazy in what they do and how they do it, that not only doesn't stop you from your tracks, you're like, how can I get out of here faster? Right? Which one feels better? Right? I think that's where I'm going to quote a lot from the good book. I have a big surprise for you on Sunday. I'm not releasing today, but doesn't the good book say, and I don't have it in front of me, doesn't it say, if you're going to do something, you might as well like do it, like all you got? Isn't that where this kind of thing comes into play? It's not like you have to fly to the moon. You could be playing a piano. You could be playing a piano. Or you could be just stopping everyone on their tracks with your masterpiece. Because just passion, it just reeks out of it. Right? And it's like amazing because you watch some of the interviews with some people, and some people are just so amazing. You're like, oh my God, let me just, like, I want to be having what they're having. And then you got all these other people, you're like, oh, let me change the channel. You know what I mean? Like, No, right? So I think the good book says it pretty good. It says like do it with all your might. And I'm telling you, Lang chopping, man, he chopped it up in this piece, and it got me inspired to think about passion, you know. And sometimes you lose. People talk about that, right? I appreciate that. That's the whole point. Yeah, thank you. Sometimes like you lose that passion, you know, you're like pursuing something else, and it's just like that little thing is gone and forgot. Sometimes it's nice to kind of remember that again, you know. And for me, it was this piece. For me, it was like, and like I said, it's just like out of the left turns. I was like, what? It was like a first thing. Actually, one of the first things I looked up in the morning, and just showed up. I was like, wow, this is amazing, right? So that's when you like when they say you leave a legacy behind. That's like when you leave your country and then you go to like just take pictures from the Sixtine Chapel or the Colosseum. That's a legacy. When you can move people that are not even in your space, right? That's a legacy. When you go to a museum and you see somebody's art and you're like, wow, like you see a sculpture and it just blows your mind. You have no idea how that came about, but you're like, wow. That's like, there's a lot of passion into that. And I encourage you to kind of inject that into your daily everything. You know, I think it's gonna come in handy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it's gonna come in handy. And if you haven't seen that piece, go back and check it out on my profile. I am gonna post a skit for you tonight. I promise. I'm working on it right now, so I will post that skit for you. But hopefully you guys get some love, some inspiration, some value from this. I appreciate you. I pray some people can feel my passion. Yeah, I mean, it's just like, you know what? And here's the thing: if they don't feel your passion, it's just okay. Just the ones that are gonna catch that, they're gonna catch that. Like I'm not into piano, and for some reason I caught that, right? So it's gonna come, it's gonna happen, and when you just throw it out there so much, and make sure it's passion based, right? So when you're throwing yourself out there, it's like your passion and your purpose really are leading you, right? It's really felt, right? So I appreciate you guys. Thanks for the stars. I appreciate you, Jenny. Thank you. And yeah, if you feel like this was worthy of sharing, do what you got to do. Spread the love, tag a couple people, share it on your wall, you know. And drop your thoughts, your comments below. And let me know what you think about that piece. Let me know what you think. And I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. And I told you, hopefully it was worth it when you stayed up, because I know you're East Coast, you're 3 hours ahead. It is almost 1 o'clock in the morning, but I appreciate you staying up. So I thank you guys. I am signing off. SideGigSean.com. Until tomorrow, when we do it all over again. Much love.